I can think of no better time than right now for this video to reach you, because right now you're looking at someone who has had probably more than the rule of three occur within the past 48 hours. You know, when they say bad things occur in threes. Today we're going to talk about why it's not bad and also why it's not good. And this is very vague, but what we're going to help you understand in this video is to get out of meritocratic thinking. And so I'm going to give you an example of three things that have happened to me so far and how it is not bad and it's not good. It's just part of the process. And it also goes back to that thing that we were talking about with the universe is not testing you. It is just basically pushing you to make a more informed decision. First thing I want to just say is we get into these ideas of what Abraham Hicks calls upstream thinking. And upstream thinking would be a phrase like, well, I guess this always happens to me. This would happen. I would run into traffic and it would be awful. You know, well, two bad things happen. I guess the third bad thing is going to happen. And it keeps going like that. And we keep thinking that, and whatever thought that we have that doesn't resonate with our higher purpose or doesn't make us feel good or feels uncomfortable with us, that thought is usually not true. It's not true about us. We can F up, we can make mistakes, we can do this, that, and the third and think, oh, I'm a bad person, I'm a horrible person, I always do this. And it feels bad when you think about it because it's not true. This is part of it as well. I got this tripod. It's like a gorilla pod, and sometimes it's like, yo, I'll stay in place, and then other days it's like, I'm going to be sliding every time you place me. You know, like melts into the ground, and that's okay. So the first thing that happened was I have this old car, it's from the 70s, and the gas gauge doesn't necessarily work the best, and it's not the gas gauge, it's not me, it's just the information between the two of us just was not correspondent. I forgot that the gas gauge sometimes doesn't tell the truth. And that gas gauge said it was about a third full. It was almost empty. So your boy was on the highway and it started to not work, the car. That is a bit scary because you're in a car that's over 50 years old and it's starting to slow down on the highway. Now, you can imagine, you know, those cars that feel like that scene in Fifth Element when they jump out the apartment window and there's like flying cars everywhere and like, that was me. And I was like, oh my God, this is where it happens. This is it. And I pulled over to the side of the road successfully and I sat there. And usually I'm gonna share something with you that's probably TMI. My body, when I feel anxious, it goes into absolute terror. So I feel like right at that moment, I'm like, oh my God, I need to find a restroom. I need to find a restroom, oh my God. And it's really just all like in up here, like, you know, that, you know, in film we call it 10-1, you know, I gotta go use the restroom. And it really just is all in my head. Like, it's just like, well, I can either freak out and, you know, lose my marbles, or I can start to like, just say, you know, this is just, it's a side quest. So I call a good friend and they come to the scene, have a gas tank, fill it up, I drive out of there. Suffice it to say, didn't get to the things that I was going to get to anyways, but that's what that was. It was embarrassing. It felt really humiliating, like privately humiliating. You ever like slip or something like that, or something happens and you're like, oh my God. Or you'll say your whole government name. You'll say, Mary Louise Thornton, oh my God, like, or something. I don't know why Mary Louise Thornton came to mind, but in my mind, I'll be like, Toussaint Morrison, what? And it's just a moment we have with ourselves. So that happened. Later on, you know, I feel embarrassment about it, and the the second thing pops up. And it's just something totally outside of me. Like there's something entirely canceled. It just canceled out of the blue. It was just like, done, nope, can't do it. And I was like, oh, okay. I guess we'll shoot for another day. And they're like, yeah. And I was like, okay. But it was, if I was in my old way of being, I would say, oh, Gallo, look at this, it's just the way it would be. Blah, blah. And that, I'm giving you 4 things now, because I was handed a check from a client, and I go to cash it, and they say, oh, something's wrong with the check. And I'm like, you don't say. And I said, oh, what's wrong with the check? They're like, there's no signature on it. And I said, okay, all right, I guess I'm gonna go figure that out. We'll go find them. So I then get in my car. I clock into I live in this apartment building where, you gotta use a fob to get into everything. And I use the fob to get into the basement. And I go to the basement, park the car, get out, go into the stairwell. I need to use the fob to get into the main floor. That fob is gone because the fob is back in the car. Well, to get back in the car, you need the fob to get back into the parking lot. And now I'm in a stairwell, and guess what's happening again? My body's going into a frenzy. It's saying, we need it, 10-1, 10-1, 10-1. And what I did was I just said, you know what? We're gonna read an article that we're gonna do a video on later on. And that's that. I'm gonna move on from this. All this silliness. And somebody came to the door, and I just pretended I was coming up, and I went through the door, went in the car, and couldn't find the fob. Now we're really in some deep water. Wow, it's over in the crack of the seat. So I find it, and I tell you all of this because I know that this has happened to you. And I think of 2 things when these things happen. And I'm in that state right now. The fob thing just happened 20 minutes ago. And I was like, I gotta do a video while I'm in this state. I can say and tell the story that, oh, more bad things are down the line or whatever. Or what I am doing right now is what I've been practicing for, I don't want to say a long time, but I've been practicing it. It's not meriting the moment. The moment happened. It is what it is. And I can't change the moment. It's already in the past. And the present is old news. And we've talked about this a little bit before. We'll get back to it again. But the present moment is old news. And I can't stay in the vibration of, oh, the car stopped on the road, beat myself up about it. Oh, this person canceled. It must have something to do with me. Oh, the signature didn't sign. There must be, some sign from the universe that, it doesn't want me to, whatever story I can apply to it. Oh, I left the key in the thing. I'm going to beat myself up again because I didn't have the fob. If we take it as just things happening and begin to look at the blessings that we've had and that it's all part of what is leading up to now. And David Bayer talks about this, and I think he cited, oh my goodness, I'm going to forget his name. I'm going to forget it. The tech genius that is no longer with us that would wear the black turtlenecks. Somebody in the comments is going to absolutely skewer me. I got lambasted for that last one with Julia Childs, but this one, whatever. But he said, when you look back, you see all the dots connecting. It all is like, oh wow, that was such a blessing. That was great. Awesome, I'm happy all those things happened. They just lend to the story of what's happening right now. And you're able to have gratitude for right now. The car on the side of the road, it just builds the relationship between me and this car. That's really all it does. The person canceling, it ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't know, it's gonna work itself out. The check, I should be so lucky that I have a check that somebody didn't sign, that I even have a check. I should be so lucky. Like wait another 24 hours, we'll figure it out. And lastly, waiting in the stairwell, well, now I know to keep that fob on me. Keep that thing on me. I mean, that is just building hyper awareness to to make sure that the fob is in your boy's pocket. And that whole thing is a story. I'm not gonna tell you any more stories beyond that. But I wanna let you know that when you look back, you will see all the dots connect. When you feel that good feeling, it is good. You know, it's you're expanding, you're growing, you're getting to the mountaintop, you're doing your thing. And all the things that you felt were bad or, you know, not great, or things that were effing you up or you were effing up and you beat yourself up about, I just want to offer you this. What if you replace the time that you were beating yourself up with time to smile at it and say, I should be so lucky that I get reminded that I'm on my way to the good stuff. And matter of fact, I already am engaging with the good stuff. The universe is just pushing me to make more informed decisions. That's it. I should be so lucky. I should be so grateful. This is awesome. That is what I offer to you. And I hope it helps you along your way, maybe the day that you're having. So yeah. Check the gas tank, reschedule the thing, get the check re-signed, and we're gonna keep that fob in our pocket. I love y'all. Thank you so much for watching this one. We'll see you in the next video.